This video is all about three organelles present within eukaryotic cells. The first is my favorite organelle, and that is the lysosome. Remember, so you definitely want to remember my favorite things. So the lysosome is my favorite because its role is digestion. And in order to digest or break things down, it requires various hydrolytic enzymes. And these hydrolytic enzymes literally chop up pathogens or, faulty organelles or whatever it is the cell needs to get rid of. But in order for these enzymes to work, they must be in an acidic environment. So the lysosome is the only organelle that is acidic. The rest of the cell is neutral, has a neutral pH. And so the reason the lysosome has an acidic pH is because of safety measures, right? There's a chance that the cell could have a leaky, faulty lysosome. And if a lysosome were to leak, then those dangerous hydrolytic enzymes would be introduced to other parts of the cell, and it could potentially digest important things. So in order to prevent that from happening, right, those enzymes need an acidic pH. Because these lysosomes are very tiny compared to the rest of the cell, that if one of them leaks, those enzymes are going to be released into a very neutral pH environment, and therefore they will not actually work. So they don't pose a threat to the rest of the cell because they are only active in a lysosome, which has an acidic environment. Okay, so those enzymes are responsible for breaking things down. And remember, the process by which things are broken down is called phagocytosis. And we typically use phagocytosis when we're talking about like digesting and eliminating foreign material like pollen or pathogens. Those phagocytic cells, which are part of our immune system, will go and engulf that foreign molecule. And then the lysosome will come along and digest it by exposing that pathogen to the hydrolytic enzymes. Now, sometimes parts of the cell don't do their job properly. They break down, much like the appliances in our house break down. And so when a lysosome is needed to digest organelles or something like that, that process is called autophagy. And so what happens is the lysosomes will break down those organelles, like the mitochondria in this picture, and then it can recycle and reuse certain molecules, and others will be eliminated from the cell. The next organelle is the peroxisome. And one of the major roles of the peroxisome is detoxification. And to do this, the peroxisome has a pretty diverse array of enzymes that work together to eliminate toxic molecules and substances from the cell, specifically hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so sometimes, the peroxisome will encounter dangerous toxic molecules like alcohols and other things. And one step in eliminating those toxic molecules is to convert those molecules to hydrogen peroxide. But hydrogen peroxide itself is also dangerous. So the peroxisome contains the enzyme catalase, which converts hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen, which are safe for these specific kinds of cells. So they take toxic molecules, convert them into another toxic molecule, hydrogen peroxide, but then they immediately convert it into non-toxic molecules like water and oxygen. So you typically find, peroxisomes in like kidney and liver cells. All right, last organelle for this video are vacuoles. And vacuoles are really just storage compartments. They store things that the cell needs, like food or water or whatever it may be. So really they're pretty straightforward. They're just little storage containers. All right, y'all, that is the end of this video. Please let me know if you have any questions.